Guess who's alive? I am. Hello. Hi. How is everyone today? Because I can tell you, it's been a heck of a week since I was last here. Lots happened and I am realizing a lot of things. Primarily goals and stuff. But first, before we get into that, how is everybody? For you, I was gonna say not me. Oh my god. Welcome back to life. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. My water tried to kill me before we started. So, excuse me. My throat is not feeling great right now. How am I sounding to everyone really quick? Because I have been messing with my mic settings again. Look, boss, the work dimension clowned on me hard today. What happened? Who do we need to beat up? And I have to go in tomorrow, which is supposed to be a day off. What the heck? You sound good? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I have water. Sounds good? Nice. Nice, nice. So, there's a lot going on. A lot going on in my head. A lot going on just in general. So, I'm going to try to break it down as much as possible. And then we can get into gaming. But also, I haven't talked to some of you beautiful crows, in a little bit. So, I want to have time to talk to everybody. Because, listen, I missed all of you. I had a week away from you, and then I was like, this is making me sad. I was so, sad throughout the entire week that it was really hard to work on anything. So I guess I just need to learn to manage my time a little bit better. And so that way I can work on different forms of content for everybody. You can always talk to me, boss. Yeah, but listen, do you know how distracted I get? I get so distracted. Literally, in the middle of last week, I somehow was like, I want to play Phasmophobia, and now I have a Phasmophobia addiction. I don't know why. I was also playing around before we started today. Not hard to find. No, all I have to do is go into the server and go, I'm thinking about lore. And you'd be like, I have been summoned! No. It's over from there. Phasmo is great. Phasmo is a lot better when you finally understand, at least a fundamental difference between each of the ghosts. I play with some friends and get clowned on. Lore, you say? Yeah, there you go. Lore! Waiting for the reveal after stream, she was phasmoing the whole time. I wish. Listen, if I could switch to Phasma right now, I would. Partly because I am not looking forward to Dawn Trail. I know I've talked about this before, but I have already heard a lot of things about Dawn Trail, and I've already experienced a lot of things about Dawn Trail that just kind of throw me off. I practiced my Viper, sorry. I was practicing Viper, which was the melee class released with Dawn Trail. I was practicing that a little bit, and they completely made it so easy mode. They released it with Dawn Trail, and it was challenging. There were probably things that did need to be changed because the entire rotation, your main rotation, relied so heavily on directionals. But instead of changing it up so that the rotation just didn't rely so heavily on directionals, but kept it challenging, they completely removed directionals, period. And the class is so easy now. And I actually was really upset by that, because I was like, I would like for that to be a challenge. Like, if I'm going to pick up a melee class, I want there to be challenge in it. And I understand there's other melee classes where there's that challenge, but Viper is literally your late game melee that you released. Why did you make it easy mode like this? So anyway, you make the schedule, so there is that. I do make the schedule, but like, we've been doing Tuesdays for Final Fantasy for about almost like at least a year, maybe around 2-ish, more like a 1.5 years. We've been doing Tuesdays for 14 for 1.5 years. I don't know how I feel about changing it now, especially when I'm this close to being done. Oh yeah, no, like, hold on, because I have a little bit more to rant about. I also am not intrigued by the story so far. There's a lot more info dumping. Like, I guess my best comparison is that my best comparison to Dawn Trail is Shadowbringers in world building aspect, where they info dump so much on you here with it, like, in one sitting. And then Shadowbringers actually did a lot, like, had a better sense of world building, in my opinion. And it was a whole new world that you fucking went to. And this is just a new continent that you're going to. And it has worse world building. And it's not it's not a pleasant time for me. That pesky consistency issue. Yeah. Also, I'm trying to keep my criticisms as vague as possible, because I know you have yet to, like, go into it, Ryu. I do think you will enjoy Shadowbringers. And you will enjoy Endwalker. But Shadowbringers will always be, like, number one in my heart, so. Besides ranting, there's other things that have happened. Like I said, I've nice, yeah. I've become addicted to Phasma. I haven't played all that much with people. I've played a lot more by myself, and I've actually gotten, like, places. So I'm learning a lot that way. Can't wait to get my ass kicked there. Oh my goodness. You're expecting an ass kicking. They have dumbed down so much of the fighting content that you are rarely going to get an ass kicking. I promise you. So much of the, like, legitimate, like, battle content is so dumbed down. Like, you don't even need to think through it. Unless you're, like, doing raids, which are, like, considered, like, a late game, like, late stage of, like, the patch. But even then, like, once you get it down, you get it down. If you want to play Phasma, just let me know. I'm more than down to die. Honestly, like, I might be going into the server a little bit later and being like, Phasma. I want to. But there are other things I also need to do. I'm a healer boss. So that's, like, even worse. That's even worse, right? Because 14 has made it so healer is just a worse DPS. Like, healers don't really need to heal anymore. Yeah, no, a lot of the healing that there are some instances where you do need to heal, but like overall, because healers are mainly there to help with like DPS if they take damage, and the tank who is taking a lot of damage, and tanks can self-sustain really easily in dungeons and stuff. There's no point to there's no point to healing. Yes, my ABCs always be casting. I agree with that. Except for the fact that literally there's no point to be a healer. Even the most recent I'm pretty sure like the most recent content, which I don't think it's rated, it's trials, I think. But even then, like the most recent content has already had people go in with no healer. Like, what the fuck? I've had tanks get me slaughtered. Yeah. Tanks still exist though, at least it's not a Korean MMO where tanks are also pointless laughing stocks, so only DPS really exist. God, ugh. I'll never let go how Ellie got me to play Phasmo, then quit it forever, like after like 5 runs. Honestly, like, I wish I could play Phasmo with Ellie again. It's so fun to play with her. Anyway, no, like, even, because I really love playing healer. Also, so I do speak with a little bit experience, so I'm not, like, a healer main. But whenever I have been a healer, it's been, oh, well, you're just a green DPS, and I'm like, but I want to be a healer, not a green DPS that does worse damage than an actual DPS. So, I don't know. She makes every game a horror game, and horror games like she's really dying. Yeah, you're right. Hold on, I need to back up this mic a little bit. I don't think you want to hear me, like, breathe on the fucking mic. Anyway. So, Phasmo, yep, I've been addicted. I want to play more with people. I've also been thinking about world building things. Mainly, I am thinking about a small little town, and I'm like, does it make sense for people to have last names there? Where do they come from? What are their names originally? Would those places have last names? The answer is most likely not. Streamer still breathing? Thank God. Oh my goodness. Being called a green DPS is about right, I swear. Don't remind me. I actually... Some raids I did more damage than DPS. That's unfortunate, actually. That's very unfortunate. That's so fucking unfortunate. I'm going to drink all my water if I don't, like, stop drinking it. And I'm gonna have to get up in, like, 30 minutes. Like, oh, shit, I'll be right back. But no. I am working on a little bit of, like, lore, world building things. A lot of just kind of building this small town. I really want to work on it. Because it's a big part of quite a few members of my cast that I usually play with. My friend is a dancer main, so it's kind of funny. Yeah. Sorry, my brain just went a place. I saw something on my hand. I was like, what is that? You get it off. No, so I am breaking down the town that I'm working on. I'm also planning out, at least in my head, I'm planning out like the calendar, like and how the calendar is actually different across like different areas. One version of the calendar that I'm working on for this region is the Fae calendar, because the seasons are heavily like controlled by the Fae. There are 4 different courts based on the elements, which are fire, earth, water, and air. And so each one has its correlation, and each one has its season. And so that means that it kind of goes, like, they go through a cycle. And so that means that when there's one that's really active, excuse me. When one is really active, it means that there's a season that's happening, yada yada yada. And that is an 8-month calendar that is kind of split between the hemispheres, because there's a natural kind of like line in the planet that, or natural quote unquote, that the Fae don't cross. So on one side of the hemisphere, you'll have like the winter Fae that are playing around there, and on the other side of that line, you have like the summer Fae. So, and I'm playing around with that. But there's also different calendars based on, for say one of my like civilizations, it's based on what fish are in season. So different fish come around at different times, and so they have like their calendar based off of that. There's one based on the natural rotation of the moons, including a stropha. And then the other ones, because I'm pretty sure I'm going with about 3 moons, and I have a reason for that. But a stropha is like it. I still don't like that idea though. But I'll think about it later. Anyway, no, I'm doing a lot of thinking about lore stuff. I'm also trying to get things written down in what I want to do for content. The peak of my world building was hastily declaring the required spell component value for spells was market value, not intrinsic value. Oh. I mean, I kind of can see that, yeah. I'm still, like, working with stuff like magic and stuff for this. So in the end game, the party had to game the wizard stock market to make the price of reviving people crash, so they had enough gold to bankroll reviving a whole city. Holy shit, that's a story. I love that. What? That is a wild ride. I'm still working on my magic system, which is like, there's going to be at least 3 components that I want to mess with when it comes to magic. And I'm totally not at all inspired by Frieren, because, like, Frieren's magic system is genuinely really good. Yeah, it was peak, but a kind of stupid in retrospect. It's good with the consideration of like a D&D game, because it's stupid, but like when you have stupid in your D&D, it can be a lot more fun sometimes. I'm just saying. But no, like, I'm still like working on my magic, but I have an idea of where I want to go with it. Yada yada yada. For specifically one world. But brain is no longer braining. Freeren's magic system is beautiful. Every conversation between Freeren and Zeria highlights it for me. Yeah, I really love Freeren's magic system, and I think it's complex and simple at the same time. There's a lot of aspects that go into it, like, and there's a lot, it's so heavily based on the person's knowledge and creativity, and that's something that I want to incorporate. Creativity is really also based around knowledge, so one aspect that I would be going for when making a magic system would be the knowledge aspect. Something that I also need to consider for my own world is that magic is a resource, and so that connection to the appropriate magic like source is needed. So connection's going to be another thing that I'm going to be tackling instead, where Frieren does not necessarily have something like that. And then I forgot what the third one was. Dumb things in D&D is almost required. Oh, absolutely. Also, it's been about 30 minutes. I may just hop into doing a game, and then I can talk about more about things later. Probably at the end of the story time. But yeah, no, it's been like 30 minutes, and I kind of lost track of time. So, because I have so much I want to talk about, but it's also boggling my brain, because it's like I want to talk about that and that and that and that, and wait, there's a game. We're here to play a game. So let's get to a game. This is your spoiler warning, Ryu, because I know you're still playing, so. Oh, boo. Hi. And unlock that. Hello. We are playing with Bard still. I think I'm going to play this entire... Oh, I was like, how the fuck does this person still have a sprout icon? And I was like, oh, wait, it's literally probably because they just got to Dawn Trail. And they haven't logged out and logged back in yet. Anyway, so. Where did we last leave off? I think we started the trial. But, we started it, and we've gone to our first place where we need to get basically a key from? Hold on, is the info in the journal? There we go. I have so many quests. Booklomat is ready to search out the Dawn Servant's elector. That is nothing! Why is it literally... Why... Hold on. There's no way. I can drop this. I can't drop that. What? I can't abandon that. Weird. Okay. I'll have to go do it at some point, I guess. But like, wait. Why is this one sentence? Whatever. We'll just move on, forget about it. The Dawn Servant's Elector? I thought you were a new face in town. Here for the right of succession, I take it? Me? I don't much care who sits the throne as so long as they keep Tyrell peaceful. People tend not to be in the mood to relax or sip our excellent mezcal once arrows and spears start flying, if you know what I mean. Speaking of which, would you like a cup? A joy shared is a joy doubled, I say. Oh, right, yes, you were asking about the Elector business. Being but freshly returned from my trading route, I heard that there's a contest afoot, but not much else. Our head ledger, Hobley, could probably tell you more about it. All of that just to tell me you don't know. What person goes on that long about... What? Huh? Oh. Electors. Oh, yes. I've heard all about the right of succession. They're looking to put a new ruler on the throne, eh? Personally, I'm rooting for Zeralja. Zeralja. Bleh. Bleh. Need to remember how to pronounce that. If the first promise wins, he'll look to expand our sphere of influence. That means access to more resources and more customers. In the thousands column, potentially. So many new trading opportunities to spread happiness far and wide. Others have been coming around to my way of thinking, so I've begun crafting goods inspired by the resilient sun. Would you care to purchase something? No, I would not. Very well. You said you wanted to know about the Elector? I could help you, but I won't. I can tell you're no supporter of Zeralja and his policies. What? I mean, why are they going on rambles to somebody that's asking them a question? I'm very confused. Hello there. I'm Mabul. Not Mabul. Mablu. I think. My brain, what the heck? Did you have a question for me? Sorry, I don't know about any electors. You should take a moment to see our priced up pockets before you leave, though. Oh, but be sure to admire them from a respectable distance. Get too close, and our nervous darlings may be tempted to spit on you, and that stuff stinks. It happened to a visiting buyer not so long ago. Tobley, that's the head rancher, was so mad at me for not giving a proper warning. No one makes a mistake without Tobley noticing. He knows everything that happens on this ranch. Well, I guess I know who to talk to? That's the second time Tobley has been mentioned. So we need to go talk to Tobley, but I guess we're going to Lamat before we do that, so she knows what's going on. Ma'am, you're just standing there. Why are you just standing there? You really have to watch yourself around these silver-tongued peddlers. I almost bought a bottle of mezcal and a stack of blankets. And then there was this enchanting ornament. Anyway, I did manage to learn that Tobley is the man to talk to about the contest. Now, if only they'd share where his head ledger, or this head ledger of theirs, is to be found. Really? He's also the head rancher? Well, the alpaca ranch is not far from here. I say we pay it a visit before the others return. Right. Okay. So back down the path we go. I will say alpacas are really, really cute though. I think they're really adorable. Oh, okay. All right. That is a lot of alpacas. Still, we know the head ledger could be here somewhere. I can't let fear deter me. Not to say that I'm scared, of course. Excuse me, is one of these workers Tobley? Tobley? Oh yes, he likes to mingle with the ranch hands and keep an eye on things. I can't tell you which one he is, though. You can't? This is part of the contest? All I can say is that Tobley often mentions his favorite pungent subject. He also can't resist a profitable trade, though who among us could, am I right? Still, if you bring him a very good deal, he might let his identity slip. So it's like a game. Easy enough. All I have to do is offer Tobley a deal he can't ignore. No problem at all. Well, maybe one problem. I don't think my purse is deep enough to pay everyone we think might be Tobley. Let's ask some questions first to narrow down the field. Great, we can meet back here to share our impressions. Wait. This feels like padding. But okay. How did you get all these people to agree to this? I want to know. Like, genuine question. How did the Dawn Servant get all of these people to agree to do this? Genuinely. Ah, a visitor from across the salt, if I'm not mistaken. Be warned, the alpacas will spit if you startle them. I suggest you keep your movements slow and deliberate. Okay. Well, obviously I'm not Tobley. I mean, oops. I shouldn't have said that. You're meant to find out for yourself who Tobley is. or if an elector is even in the village at all. Good luck. You saying that gives the impression that there is one in the village, though. Okay. You think I might be Tobbly? Well, maybe I am. All I will say is that in this village, none have reared more alpacas than I. Am I Tobbly? Yes, that's me. Excellent work from the third promise and her entourage. Sharp instincts. Shall we commence the rite of succession then? I see we're both done with our interrogations. So, who do you think it is? I have my suspicions, but let's hear your pick. Honestly, like, this isn't easy. I don't know. I think these last two were way too... I don't think either of them would be, right? I think that both of them just are not... Because they both were like... I don't think it's this one. I don't think it's the nonchalant ranch hand. Because that doesn't make sense. Because why would you reveal yourself like that? I don't think it's the case. This one was being like, oh, well, no one's handled more alpacas than I. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna go with this one because that's just where my reasoning is leading me, but I can't actually tell who is actually Tobbly. Oh, the worker is so intent on stable chores. And my own in that one too. Time to rip the mask off our mystery ranch hand, so to speak. Like, I really can't tell. They gave us so little. You know, it's you, Tobbly. And to prove it, I propose a deal. A generous sum of coin for confirmation of your true identity. An offer I gladly accept. Oh my god, wait, what? Wait! No way! No way! What? There's no way I got it first try, right? As you have correctly guessed, I am indeed Tobbly, head ledger of Wokenpello, and head rancher of the family ranch. I'm also one of Gluljaja's chosen electors. Oh shit. Aha! And a place featured in the Tulyol... Oh, it's been like a week since I read this name. Tulyolol saga. Just as we thought. I was right to trust in your instincts, and I wager this won't be the last time. She found you out fair and square, Tobbly. And I'm glad she did. Would have been a pity had her bid ended here. The power of elimination! Yay! What's...
Deducing the Dunservant's elector was the first step of the feat. Too simple a task for this aspiring ruler, eh?
I was not expecting the voices.
Not hard at all.
I didn't expect a voiced scene here. Oh, hi?
Zorolja.
I am told the head ledger, Tobli, is to be found here.
You have to guess which one of us is Tobli. That's part of the test.
What is going on?
You're Tobli.
A successful intimidation
Without
roll?
even asking a single question. Very impressive indeed.
Nah, he
With
just...
that amusing prologue out of the way, we can proceed to the actual challenge.
Right.
Per the Dawn Servant's instructions, I was free to devise any manner of feat. I considered a number of possibilities in the 10th column. But I think I have a good one.
Yeah?
You must go forth and capture for me an alpaca.
Very on point, I will say. It makes perfect sense.
While I've not had the best experiences with alpacas, aren't they generally docile creatures? That doesn't sound like much of a challenge.
Unless you want to get spit on.
Bring out the example!
Where's... Look at him! So fluffy!
This is a special kind of alpaca. Would you please approach the animal, Third Promise?
Who? Me? Well, it should stay calm if I stay calm, right? That's what Erinville said.
Ooh. Okay.
Ah! The little monster spat on me! Oh, that stinks! I can't.
So dramatic!
Alpacas are paradoxical creatures, being both extremely curious and extremely cowardly. Press your luck when they're frightened, and you'll get a face full of spit, as you've all just witnessed. Has an awful stench, their expectoration. The globs contain half-digested food, you see, making it an effective deterrent against perceived threats.
Wild valley braid like this one are especially timid and can therefore be quick to lash out. They're also especially hardy.
Indeed. We take the rugged wild alpacas and breed them with our gentle domesticated stock. This produces the strong but biddable pack animals prized by our traveling merchants.
Are you...
That's all well and good, but did I need to bathe an alpaca spit for you to make your point?
And that's a good point.
The task is to catch a wild alpaca.
That is correct. But be warned that it is a feat easier said than done. I suggest you prepare well before you enter the valley where the creatures dwell. And by you, I mean the claimants only. Allies are not permitted to assist with their catching. The alpacas will help me judge which of you is worthy of receiving a keystone.
So
I'm to chase down a fluffy, spitting demon, and that somehow proves I'm fit to rule?
a guess is that we're gonna be in her shoes in a hot second.
As I said, the Dawn Servant granted me the freedom to decide my challenge.
There's either
And
gonna be
when you reach the end of the rite, I dare say you will understand why I chose what I chose.
Oh, so there's more decision making to your decision?
Very well. This won't take long.
Wait! Didn't I warn you this was easier said than done? There are preparations to be made, factors to consider.
A beast is a beast. All yield to strength.
That's a little concerning, especially for somebody
So
who's
far, this experience has done absolutely nothing to improve my opinion of alpacas.
but like that's concerning for a future leader.
But that doesn't mean I can't do this. Revolting spit aside, they're just another animal.
Oh, and everybody found us now. Yay! Hello, everyone.
Are you all right, Orclamat? We thought we heard you scream.
The third promise does not scream. It was more of a startled yelp.
It was a scream.
Scream, in other words.
Did you find the Elector?
Oh, we certainly did.
Considering that we found one promise here, when we go to the next area, are we gonna find a different promise? They're like doing the task that we are going to go do. Kind of just build the competition more, basically. I mean, it's kind of what I'm expecting to happen, but we'll see. I had to go and wash that nasty stuff off my face. I think I'd got it all off. Or got all of it. Ugh. But would you mind taking a sniff for me? Just to make sure? The stench has ruined my sense of smell. Hey, I saw that look. It's gonna be a while before you got that completely off. The Feet of Gold. Okay. So, again, I'm either expecting another cutscene, or I'm expecting us to be in Lamat's shoes while we go and do the thing that she was tasked. As Wook Lamat helped demonstrate, the valley alpacas are wary of people. Getting close enough to catch one will not be an easy task. You might have warned me about that earlier. I have enough trouble with tame alpacas. How do you expect me to wrangle a wild one? What do you mean you could have warned me of that earlier? What? 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 Ma'am? With the proper saddle, We infuse the leather with a relaxing scent that soothes the spitting beast. Wonderful! Give me one of those then. Have you perhaps forgotten we are a clan of merchants? If you want a taming saddle, then you'll need to find a saddler and make them an offer. They don't come cheap, of course. Crafting a saddle will cost you the equivalent of 10 pel in the thousands column. 10,000 pel! Are you serious? You mean 10,000 pel? I don't have that kind of coin. I mean, I carry about 2 million gil. If we do a one-to-one comparison. If not, then I still have 2 million gil on me. Converting to gil, that makes to around 1 million or so. What? That's expensive! That's so expensive! Mayhap if we all pitch in. No, this is my feat to accomplish. I wouldn't feel right about having others pay the cost. I'll find the money somehow. Or, I got an idea. Trading. Bartering. Sometimes, what a merchant needs isn't coin, but something else. And we need to figure that out. Or, you know, we just don't figure out anything. In that case, oh, that basket of wool is worth the sum you paid me earlier, 1 pel, in the hundreds column. Beginning with the wool, you can trade for ever more valuable goods until you have something suitable to bargain with the saddler. Hey! That's a nice gesture, but you think I can turn 100 pel into 1 million? That's 10,000 times more. We need 10,000 pel, not 1 million. So we're looking at 100 times more. Oh, right. I panicked and got it confused with Alpino's million gil. Goodness gracious. Girlie, listen. Take a deep breath. It's going to be okay. I promise. I'm not so sure about this trading idea. You were almost talked into buying a cloak you didn't need mere moments after you arrived. You didn't need to throw shade like that either. But I hate it when you're right. Then let me help you with your deal making. Oh, hello again, Meblu. I work here as a ranch hand, but I've also learned a lot about the peddler profession. It's alright if I eat them now, yes? I guided the claimants towards the first step of the feat, like you asked. As long as Wuklamat goes alone to capture her alpaca, she is free to accept assistance from whomever she likes. Nice! Okay, cool. Hooray! Let's see about getting you that saddle then, third promise. I don't know why you made your offer, but I could use an ally with a beak for bargains. Welcome aboard, Mablu. Should the rest of us stay behind, perhaps? It may be easier to haggle over prices without so many voices chiming in. Yes, stay here and pitch in with the ranch work. With Mablu gone, I'll need extra hands to tend to the alpacas. Gladly. Although, Cousin Kana, I think you should go with Willamette. You've seen markets and bazaars the world over, and surely have sage advice to share. In that case, you should also hold on to the alpaca wool. If it's misplaced or soiled in some way, you'll have nothing to bargain with. As if I'd do such a thing, but I'll leave the wool with Cosmicana anyway. The better to keep my hands free. Okay. To begin, I suggest we try handing the wool to Havli, the saddler. He won't agree to the deal, of course, but it'll give us an idea of how much he'll accept for his wares. Oh, it started snowing in the middle of our cutscene. That's fun. And then we can go... How big is this area? Also, why is the map so big? Damn! I guess it is split into halves, isn't it? Because there's probably a half to this, isn't there? But still, it's massive! Wait, I gotta turn around. There we go. Up the hill. Talking to the saddle merchant. The music. I hear this music and I can't help but think about, like, some of the Hildebrand adventures. Something I can do for you? We've come to bargain. I need one of your special taming saddles to catch a wild alpaca. A saddle, is it? And how will you be paying for it? With this basket of fine alpaca wool. What use does a saddle maker have for wool? Besides, this would barely cover the cost of a single strap buckle. Offer me something I actually want. Okay, well, what do you want? And what might that be? Mezcal. I like to nurse a cup at day's end while I inspect my finished work. Bring me a jug of quality stuff, and you've got yourself a deal. This bodes well for us, Third Promise. Such mezcal can be had for only 5 pel in the thousands column. Hold on, did you say Third Promise? Then my offer has changed. The saddle is going to cost you a jug of premium mezcal, aged 3 years at least. Wow! You'd rack up the price like that? 3 years? That stuff is valued at 10,000 pel or more. Why have you doubled the price? Because I just because I must support the man of ambition who'll see my business prosper. Raja will go to war in his cavalry. That's such a funny word. Will need saddles, lots of saddles. It's nothing personal, third promise. It is! It is extremely personal. But I won't sell you my craft for anything less than my asking price. How? Okay, I, like, genuinely... I mean, I guess saddles are a good business in the middle of war, so I can't blame him for that. But, like, genuinely otherwise, a lot of you are like, oh, well, war will be good for business. Okay, well, what is your business? Because it might actually not be. Can't say that I blame him. I'm known for championing peace, and peace is unlikely to bring him more customers. Debatable, but not here. Those of our grandparents' generation remember the dark days when the clans were at war. Many of these Pelu pray for your victory, Wiklamat. The younger ones, though, to them, strife and bloodshed are as children's stories. They think themselves safe from these horrors and take the peace we now enjoy for granted. Big Sippy, hi Haya, I don't have coffee today because we ran out of creamer, but I'll take a big sip of water. How are you doing, Haya? Ooh, I need to burp after that. Still, others are unsatisfied with this quiet prosperity and crave the future the second promise envisions. They've become obsessed with innovations like the dirigibles that have made trade swift and easy. Then you have those like Havli, convinced that the first promise's plans for conquest will afford them opportunities for great profit. But what about you, Mablu? Aren't you of the younger generation? At least a year or two younger than me, I'd say. Oh, I was raised on the old tales. I've memorized the accounts of what it was like when the Yui ruled our village. Water's fine too. And what the hell? Still no creamer? There's been time between last time that there was no creamer and this time when there's no creamer. There has been creamer in between. It's just all gone. So no coffee. That's why I offered to help. I want you to become Dom's servant to keep our nation from going back to the way it was. Well then, I guess I'd better make sure I win the contest. But the type of mezcal the settler wants is so very expensive. Weren't we expecting to need 10,000 pel from the outset? Nothing's changed, we just need to get on with it. I may not have a head for trade or the stomach for alpacas, but I won't give up with the piece of Tuliol on the line. Then neither will I. We will make you Dawn servant. Fixing to crash soon, but wanted to check in on you and ask where you can get one of those sweet pink outfits. I I don't know where to get one of those sweet pink outfits, unfortunately. One day, maybe I will, but today's not that day. Meanwhile, I am doing all right. I hope that you have a nice crash when you finally do. But until then, hi. Aiming for that 10,000 pel jug right away will only bring us failure and frustration. So let's first try exchanging the wool for anything even a touch more valuable. The trick is to find someone who needs alpaca wool and is willing to trade at a loss to acquire it. Someone who supports your bid for the throne, for instance. I don't remember who that is. It's been a hot sec. Of course, the Weaver! Volknock was his name, I believe. He went out of his way to say he agreed with my vision and he was here to buy wool. I think I remember the direction he was going, but for now, let's head back to the road where we first met him. I called it. I drank too much water. I have to be right back because I drank too much water. So, hold on. I am so sorry. I understand we're not that far in, but I will be right back. So, in the meantime, please, crows, grab something to drink, grab a snack, get cozy, and don't cause too much chaos without me. I will see you all in a little bit. Hi, I'm back. I also realized that I accidentally hit the ending screen instead of be right back. So, I'm sorry about that. It may happen again. Who knows? But I hope it doesn't. Anyway, are we ready for more of this? Which is literally just a prolonged fetch quest. A very, very prolonged fetch quest. In the snow. Which I don't mind. I love the snow. The snow. Hey look! Alpacas are everywhere. And they're all friendly until they spit at us. This is the spot. After Baldur talked to us, he walked off to the south. Then he was probably going to Ikuvlos Inn. Most visitors to Wakumpelo end up staying there. Sucks. Elysia ended. No, I didn't! Guess I'll just hang out until the next... It's still going! Let's go and check, shall we? Oh, so... we came from down there. Now we go this direction? Hold on, we're absolutely mounting at this point. Shark! Shark spotted. You can't go wrong with shark. Ooh, okay. Some new creatures here as well. I don't think I recognize those creature designs, so I don't know if they made new creature designs for some of the areas. They could have. Can I have that basket, Cosmicana? Yeah, have it. I swear I can hear her voice. Ah! I'm here, I promise. Thanks. Now let's see if we can turn a profit. Hold up. I caused something crash. But I need to do something real quick. Okay. I've done something. In green pencil. It's riding a shark on land, some people get all the luck. I know, right? It's so cool. Did you see his wings? Amazing. Baldur, I'm glad we found you. Are you interested in making a trade? Third promise. You wish to do business with me? Might I ask what this is all about? So she explains the situation. Alright. Okay. You think... I see. So the goal is to turn that basket of wool into a jug of 3-year-old premium mezcal. Then allow me to invest in your efforts. Yay! Peace and Troll is what allows me to cross freely into the lands of my suppliers. Naturally, I would prefer that one pledged to preserve that peace win the throne. Thus do I humbly offer you this wool poncho, a small token that I pray contributes to your victory. I'm sure plenty of people also need a poncho because it's freaking snowing. And it's made of wool, which is so warm. Or at least I've heard that wool is extremely warm and extremely cozy and really good for like cold weather. Ooh, that's fine craftsmanship. A garment like that would easily fetch 5 pel in the thousands column. Why are you all so dramatic? Oh, 10 pel in the thousands column. 100 pel in the thousands column. Why can't you just say 10,000 pel? What is the point of leading people on? Being like, oh yes, 5 pel. Actually, it's in the thousands column. What do you mean? Why? Anyway, I'll stop being dramatic. What do you do? Fuck's sake. I need a better freaking pencil. Ugh. Wool is insane. Insanely good? Or what do you mean by insane? Also, give me like a hot sec. I'm doing something. I'm setting something up that I should have set up before. Oh, fuck. I'm making some sound. I don't want to make this much sound, but apparently I am. Alright. Alright. Sorry. Alright. There we go. That's very generous, Bullknock. Thank you. I promise I won't let you down. Why did I say it like that? I have every faith in you. Third promise. May fortune bless you, or bless your future dealings. May our future dealings be good. I can't believe you quintupled your investment with your first deal. We're off to a spectacular start. Only because Cosmicana remembered our weaver friend. All I did was hand over the wool. That's not true. The connections you build with people are vital. This is only one of the most fundamental precepts of trading, one which you've instinctively mastered. I wouldn't say mastered. You think so? I know so. Now, let's take our 500 pel poncho and trade it for something even more valuable. Here, Cosmicana, you take the poncho. If I lost it somehow, Ernville would never let me hear the end of it. You're right, he wouldn't. Get you some one of these days. It's fantastic. Still use my navy wool blanket from time to time. Though admittedly, Florida doesn't get cold enough to use it much anymore. Damn. That sounds really cozy though, like a wool blanket. I might actually have a wool blanket. I don't know if that's wool. I don't know if the blanket that was made for me is wool or like nylon or something. I guess I could check later. I'll check later. But because it's like super soft, like super soft, it could just be really good quality like material. All set. Our next dealing is waiting to be found. Excellent trade. That's new. Okay, hi. Is that trading system going to be a common thing moving forward, or is this like a one quote-unquote one-time thing? Leveraging connections is a sound strategy, but we should also consider supply and demand. An individual in urgent need of a good poncho will offer more than a merchant simply looking to stock his shelves. That makes sense, but how do we know if someone needs a poncho? They aren't wearing one? That's the obvious answer, isn't it? We look for a person without a poncho and hope they're eager to buy ours. Yes, there you go. We find the demand of our supply. So, where should we begin our search for prospective buyers? There are any number of places, but we could do worse than starting right here at the inn. There might be interested travelers. As long as it's warm, yeah, that's fair. Who here needs a poncho? A lot of Mamulja hardly wear anything to begin with. Those are probably lance guard or sellswords. Mamulja who soldier for a living prefer not to wear much above the waist. It hampers their movement. So even if they have barred shoulders, Mamulja carrying arms can be struck off the list. So this one already has a poncho. These two are... Can I just say I love whatever quest this is? This is an interesting quest. I want to know why you love it, though. Meanwhile, I believe... This one doesn't look like he has any weapons on him. So... we'll try this one. Let's see. No coat, no cloak, but also no weapon? We might have a winner. Oh there, friend. You're not a mercenary by trade, right? I was curious about your bold choice of dress, or lack thereof. Oh, it was no choice of mine, believe me. I was attacked by beasts on the way here, and I barely escaped with my scales intact. My coat was not so lucky. I'm actually a tool maker from Tuliolol, and was dressed quite smartly. All the better to show the Pelu I am a man who takes pride in his appearance, and therefore his work as well. But now look at me. Well, sir, this is your lucky day. What a splendid poncho! This could be the perfect replacement for the coat I lost. We'd be willing to part with it if you'd like to make a trade for one of your fine tools, perhaps? What about this hatchet? I crafted it myself and will vouch for its quality. The blade looks sharp, the haft well made. I'd value it at 1 pel in the thousands column. Oh, from 500 to 1,000, we have a deal. Wonderful. A fine garment such as this should put me on even footing with any Pelu merchant. Like the... Eponymous. There we go. Like the eponymous owner of Miplu's Gate Garden, for one. Her field hands use hatchets to harvest the mate, and I thought to impress her with the tool I sold you. No matter, I have other wares to sell. Glad I am to have met you. Oh, so you just led us in the direction that we should go next, basically. Did you hear that? We've already found our next buyer. To Miplu's Mate Garden we go. Yes, but it's a fair distance on foot. We should take alpacas. These ones will be the calm type, right? It's a FF. The world is likely in some state of being attacked, destroyed, upended, and you're out here selling ponchos. I mean, that's a fair argument there. Also, like, the state of the world is all right? Like, we're helping somebody become Dawn Servant, aka the ruler of the land. And, I mean, the world's not in dire need of anything right now. Because the most dire state it could be in, the end of the world, has just passed. I'm sure everybody's in good state, for the most part. For the most part. But you never know, I guess. Well done recognizing that toolmaker as a potential customer. If you mind to change professions, you'd make an excellent merchant. Oh, I'm sure. Before we get moving, you should be the one to hold this. With that, I suppose we should hop on the alpacas Mablu has so kindly provided. No, hey, I love goofy JRPG stuff like this. Yeah, it is a lot of fun. Ready to go? Let's mount up. Yes. Oh, we just get to watch. You have text up there? Really? I can't just enjoy the view? Wow, rude. Wow, look at that though. Look at us go! Ooh. I can't really turn the camera because then it's like spinning too fast to really enjoy the environment. Like, okay. Whoa. Oh my god, I want to see Elarsia's merchant fit. Merchant fit. One day. One day. One day. Listen, I still need to get the witch outfit and the cozy outfit done for everybody to see. So one day there may be a merchant outfit. Ooh. It's unlocking more of the map for us? It is as well. That's kind of nice, right? That's not like too bad. It's unlocking more of the map for us too. Instead of like having us like walk all the way there. We made it without a We made it, and without a single smelly incident. I sent the alpacas back to Icovlo's Inn, so we'll walk along the main road when we return to the village. Speaking of roads to travel, you were adopted by the Dawn Servant, were you, Third Promise? Just something amazing, runaway worthy, but you're holding an abacus? Abacus. What's an abacus? Hold on. Abacus. Huh? Oh, wait. One of those things? Listen, I didn't know what it was called. I learned what it's actually called today. Send those alpacas packing? No, alpacas are amazing little creatures. I want them to stay. That was I. Then perhaps you understand. I was an orphan too, you see. Topley took me in. He took in all the ranch hands. Actually, all of them? Yes, and everyone works hard at their chores, grateful for the opportunity to repay the head ledger's generosity. Yet here I am, the only one wanting to go off and be a merchant. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm telling you this. We need to keep trading things for your saddle if you're to prepare for the feat of gold. As it's mate harvesting season. It's wait. Okay. So brain went somewhere else. Old-timey calculator. Yeah. Old-timey calculator. As it's mate harvesting season, they can't have too many quality hatchets. Add to that Woklemat's way with people, and we should have no trouble making a favorable deal. That's Miplu herself over there. Pass the hatchet to the Third Promise, and let's get to bargaining. Alright. You have that little axe for me? It's gonna be another cutscene. Thanks. Now let's see what we can get for it. Yep. I expected that. You're Miplu, the owner of these fields. I have a mind to trade if you're interested. Well, the Third Promise. I might be convinced to entertain a proposal. What do you have to offer? This hatchet, forged by a seasoned artisan, the razor edge of this exceptional tool will make light work of your crops. The quality is acceptable, I suppose. I offer you a large sack of mate leaves in exchange. A sack of mate leaves is valued at 1 pel in the thousands column, the same price as the hatchet. This deal would bring us no closer to the mezcal. If I may, Mistress Miplu, it's harvesting season, is it not? Does not the demand for hatchets afford them a higher value? It is indeed the season. which is why I procured an ample batch of tools well in advance. We've missed the window for demand. In that case, we'll have to fall back on connections. Think of it this way. A generous deal here will put you in the Third Promise's good graces. Surely that's worthy of consideration. I do not wish to give offense, but I must tell you that I stand with the Second Promise. His innovations will improve every aspect of our lives, I believe, including farming, and I will no longer have need of hatchets. I assure you that I have nothing but respect for Wicklamat. That is why I'm prepared to purchase a spare hatchet at a fair price. I suppose it is fair given your reasons, but we ourselves would not better offer for the transaction. How about this then? If we were to help bring in your harvest, would you give us a better deal? As a matter of fact, I would, until Koana's reforms come about. I can always use more hands in the fields. Then you can go ahead and add our labor to the bargain. Added value to tip the scales. How could I have forgotten one of the most basic rules of trading? You can rest here if you like, Mablu. Cosmicana and I will have meat together. Blah, blah, blah. Oh no, I'm helping too. Off to the fields then, and mind you pick the healthy leaves. I'll take 5 good bundles from each of you. Fun, alright. Time to go collect. Time to continue our fetch quest. So much fetch quest. Oh, we gotta leave the walls. Ooh, okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, there, yeah, I see all 5 that we need to go to. One. They really want me to go all over this field. I mean, the field is nice, but why? And then the last one is right here. A nice little circle around, that way it makes our life easier. This is no mere hatchet. It is a legendary labris wielded by Zeus himself. Zeus wields a weapon? Huh? So hold on. I got message. It was cute. Ooh, hold on. There we go. You've brought me some leaves then. I have. An acceptable harvest. We'll see how your companions fared before I make any decisions, though. Okay. Here, we've brought our share as well. Thank you, Third Promise. This is more than enough to hold up your end of the bargain. And now it's time to honor mine. After adding the value of your labor to the price of the hatchet, I am prepared to offer you a full sack of our highest grade mate leaves. a premium mate. Bought at the shop, one sack of those leaves would cost no less than 5 pel in the thousands column. This just in, storytelling of VTuber hates feels more at 11. I didn't... Okay. No, we're not gonna do that, because guess what? I didn't say I hate fields. I just said I didn't need to wander all over them just to gather crop. Okay, there's a difference. Fields are a necessary thing to grow crops. I just don't need to be wandering all over the field and stomping on said crop. Okay? Is that understood? Okay. Then we can bid farewell to this hatchet. We've been up all night, and been up for at least 2 days. I'll give it a good home. Talk of the contest aside, I'm glad we could come to a mutual agreeable trade. As am I. All the best with the rest of your harvest. Fun. Mablu, what's wrong? It's as I was saying before, even after everything Tobley's done for me, I'm planning to abandon it all and become a merchant. But then I needed your help after forgetting a basic rule of trade. How can I expect Tobley to accept my decision then? It's almost like it's a process of learning and growing as a person. If the same VTuber tries to walk back earlier statement, fans are undoubtedly upset and confused over the situation. I don't see you being upset and confused over the situation. Also, no. I do not put words in my mouth. I swear to all the stars above. Do not put words in my mouth. Appreciated. Have you mentioned your plans to leave? Not exactly. I wanted to prove I could succeed as a peddler before I declared my intentions. I seek to follow in my father's footsteps, but not because he expects it of me. I want to preserve Tyrell's peace. Becoming Dawn Servant happens to be the best way to do it. You should live a life of your own choosing, and I wouldn't be surprised if Tobley held the same opinion. So talk to him. You're right! It's better to find out for sure than worry over what he might say. Thank you for the advice. But first, we have a saddle to buy. I want that success under my belt so I can be sure of my decision. What's next then? We try to trade our tea leaves for something halfway to 10,000 pel? No, I think we're close enough now. I say we go straight to the premium mezcal. Bargain our way into double the value, eh? Think you can do it? Trust me, I will make this trade work. Feeling threatened, a fan sat in turmoil, wondering just how it came to this. How are you being threatened? How are you feeling threatened? Would you like to talk this through? I admire you, third promise. That you're holding your own against such strong competition for the throne is inspiring. Am I really holding my own against Koana and Thralja? I mean, of course I am. I'm Wicklamat of the Dawn's Promise, after all. Alright. Interesting quest. Success! Yay! Okay. Before we go, let me give you the meat, please. I don't need to risk proving Erinville's point. Okay. Ready then? Our next stop is the Mezcal Distillery. Ooh, okay. And it's back down the road with that? Yep. Right back onto a mount. Ooh, horse. For the last time, and say goodbye. I guess I can get over this if you try your utmost to get Mablu's cool pink hat. I don't... Is there any way to get that hat? I don't think so. Not within my power, at least. I'll look into it later. How about that? I will look into it. Oh no, I'm being chased! That's not gonna last long, but oh no! Ooh. Oh, wait, no. Oh. Oh! Hello? I didn't think I'd come up here, but here I am. And... here. Okay, where am I? Over here? You've had enough. Is that the horse's theme song? MLP got so extreme. Ah yes, my favorite pony, the Shiva pony. We'll want to speak with a man by the name of Gobbly. Even among his fellow distillers, he's regarded as a master of the craft. He knows the value of his product, so if we're to convince him to trade for twice what the leaves are worth, we're going to need targeted information. That means asking around and taking in the gossip. If you could talk to people here in the distillery, Cosmicana, perhaps Wicklamat could do the same at the village entrance. Meanwhile, I'll head to the north side and see what I can learn. Hold up. There we go. We split the party once again to get information. Me? I'm a chef from Tuliolo. I often come here to buy Gobbly's mezcal, the finest interval according to my customers. He always brings out a jug during our dealings, but I can't handle the stuff too well myself. I take small sips, not wanting to be impolite, you understand, but still end up so addled as to agree to whatever price he quotes me. It'd be nice to have less, potent refreshments during such conversations, else I might have to seriously reconsider our arrangement. Interesting piece of information. He likes to, wet the palate. There's not much I can say about Gobbly, but I can tell you that Gobbly's been saying that the other day he was muttering about monsters prowling around Agave Jaws. That's the field where they gather ingredients for the mezcal. Their presence has made it harder to procure said ingredients, and thus driven up the price of his product. A boon, some might argue, but it's hard to celebrate when it affects the work as it does. Can't rightly bring joy to people if you can't keep making the thing they love. Okay. So we might have a monster slaying quest as well here. Gobbly might be a deft hand at distilling, but he's got no sense when it comes to appearances. Rumor has it he's been invited to the palace for business negotiations. If he presents himself to the court wearing his usual rumpled attire, though, he'll be laughed out of Sunperch. Okay. That's a good chunk of information. That's like 3 tidbits that we got to learn there. Most helpful to us currently would be the monster slaying quest, because that's something that we can do. That is a service that we can provide. We do not have attire that can help him, and we aren't looking to necessarily buy his product. So, process of elimination, I guess. So, what did you find out? Oh, we can make use of all those tidbits. The deal is as good as sealed. As for me, I found out where Gobbly is working. There's a milestone at the top of the slope behind the distillery. You go on ahead and I'll bring Wooklamat. So we're using all the information? Interesting. Ooh, somebody's flying around. What is that? What's that mount? What is that mount? That's so cool. Okay, anyway, I'm getting distracted. Up the hill. You have a business with me, madam. Why don't we talk down below so as not to distract the alpaca from his work? Cool. Cool. Oh, this is meant to be a funny scene, huh? Interesting choice of music here. Now, what's this about? Keep it brief, if you would. I'm a busy man. We're in the market for a 3-year-old jug of premium mezcal, assuming you have any on hand, that is. Ah, an excellent choice. I must warn you, though, it doesn't come cheap. We don't have Pel, but we can offer a sack of maple leaves in exchange. It's top-grade stuff, like the mezcal. No deal. Maple leaves are well and good, but I don't have any use for them. No deal? Just like that? Still, I'd hate to send you away empty-handed. Why don't you sit and chat a while over a cup of mezcal? Now the real bargain begins. Which of our cards do you want to play first? I would do the fields, probably. Oh, you want to hold that one? Okay. Do you want to go with the first one as then? First one then? I appreciate your hospitality, but I'm afraid I can't hold my drink. I've heard one of your regular customers, chef, is the same. Seeing as not everyone can enjoy mezcal, I wonder if you might benefit from having other refreshments to offer? Something like meat tea, for instance. Brewed from the finest leaves, of course. Ah, you're right, absolutely right. I had noticed a growing reluctance on the part of my Kubiku friend, but did not realize I myself was to blame. I must endeavor to be a better host. Still, even with that added value in mind, no sack of leaves is worth the mezcal you're after. Should we offer to cull the monsters causing them trouble? Not yet. Interesting. Not yet. We'll keep that card up our sleeve until we need it. The teeth are so fucking uncanny. Why are the like, you can see each individual tooth. And it's like, why? I've noticed it this entire time, but that final moment is just made me rack a little because that was such a close shot of her teeth. As I expect you're aware, the rite of succession is currently taking place. That's why the third promise is gracing us with her presence. When the contest is decided, the subsequent ascension ceremony and banquet will be a prestigious affair. If your mezcal were to be served there, it'd bring your distillery immeasurable fame. Wait, could it be that your rumored invitation to the palace is to discuss that very possibility? As a matter of fact, yes. I must admit, I'm still reeling from the abruptness of it all. It would be a great honor and opportunity if I can secure the deal. Well, I should think your exceptional mezcal would speak for itself. That said, there's no such thing as being too prepared, and first impressions last. You'll want to be wearing your very best when you walk into Bolak Shunza. There is an S in there. It should be such a shame to miss this chance of a lifetime simply for want of proper garments. That it would. Are you saying you have garments to offer? Something ideal for court? We have no garments on hand, I'm afraid, but we can provide you with the next best thing. An introduction to a weaver. His name is Baldur, and his works are highly regarded in Tuliolol. Tricky. As a supporter of Voklemat and keen observer of palace politics, he will doubtless be happy to guide you in the selection of an outfit to fit this golden occasion. That is certainly a tempting proposal, and one of which I should like to take full advantage, but the scales still aren't quite balancing. It's finally time. say, weren't there monsters running amok in Agave Jaws? That's a problem we could easily solve for you. Truly, I would be most grateful for your immediate assistance. I was resigned to hiring sellswords to clear them out. Factoring in that saved expense and an introduction to a trusted weaver, this is shaping up to be a sound bargain. Alright, you have a deal. Nice. Yes, I knew you'd come around. Give us a moment and Cosmicana and I will take care of those prowling nuisances. In the meantime, I'll use the time to pen an introduction letter to Bolnon. The fields you're looking for are just north of Okenpello. Be safe. I will be safe, thank you. Thank you. Alright, let's go. Back to Mount. And I'm making a little choco boy. That was not audible, was it? Like, comprehensible, kind of. Anyway. Alright, hello, ma'am. That should be a Gave Jaws just over there. This'll go fast if we split up. Come and find me once you finish clearing out your share of the pests. Okay. Oh. To have pests all the way up here. That must be daunting, honestly. Oh! Whoa! Whoa! What was that? You know, I am going to summon my chocobo to make this a little bit quicker. Elysia cracks knuckles. Sure would be a good idea if you made this deal. Listen, I knew it was going to be an extermination quest from the start once I heard about the pests. It's just a matter of actually getting to the frickin' bargain. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Now we have one more, and then we can head back and not worry about this as much. Hello? Okay. In that case... Oh, wait. She's over here? Oh, she's all the way up here. Okay. Hello. What's up? Compared to the creatures I hunted with Papa, this was no challenge at all. Come on, let's head back to the distillery. All that's left is to give Mablu the sack of leaves so she can seal the deal. Nice, nice, nice. Now we head back with this extremely underwhelming music for this mount. Yep. And not being able to fly. which is... One day I will have flying in this area. Possibly. I need to go hunting for those. Not right now, though. And... those monsters were no trouble for you, it seems. Now, if I could just have the sack of leaves. Yeah, go ahead. Thank you for looking after our precious trading goods. You got pretty tense when you were walking through that field. Gonna stomp on all these crops. They're done for. No more mezcal for you. Your monster problem has been resolved, Master Gobley. Here are the mate leaves and a written introduction to Ball Knock, as agreed. Then the deal is done. Here, your jug of premium mezcal, aged 3 years. Please accept it with my compliments. Yay! Finally! We got the jug, now we can get the saddle! Yes! We finally have the mezcal! Great work, especially you, Mablu. You were the one that inspired me to come this far, Third Promise. But let's not celebrate until we have the saddle in hand. Mablu, is it? You drive a hard bargain, young peddler. I look forward to doing business with you in the future. Thank you, but truth be told, I'm just a ranch hand for now. Should I ever become a proper merchant, though, I'll be back to strike more deals with you. Making connections, like you were talking about earlier. Look, it's all coming together now. Siri, play Back to the Saddle again? Oh my goodness. Alright. Oh, we're gonna get dye out of this. Ooh, okay. I can't say no to items that might make me more fashionable. Okay? Even at the palace, I don't think I've held a 10,000 pel jug of anything before. My hands won't stop shaking. Here, you'd better hold on to it until we get to the saddle maker. Listen, I'd be a dumbass and drop it as well, like... But I guess Cosme's not going to be dropping it anytime soon, but I sure as hell would accidentally, knowing my luck, drop the bottle. Can you imagine if we dropped it and had to start all over again? No! Don't say it! Don't jinx it! Luckily, Havley's place is not far. We just need to head across the plaza. Gonna head out, but I hope with all my heart you get dye out of this quest. Thank you, Haya, and have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. Right as we turn in this jug of stuff. Of mezcal, which is alcohol. This is it, the trade we've been working towards. Phew, still in one piece. Right, time to make our deal. Get your tools ready, Saddler. We've brought your precious mezcal. Wait, you actually got your hands on a jug? But you had nothing, a few measly clumps of wool. What we had was an aspiring trader with a gift for negotiation. Well, although I'd sooner aid no claimant but Zeralja, I cannot go against the guiding principles of the Pelu Pelu. The trade is a fair one. I will craft you your saddle, Third Promise. Great! Stay and wait if you like. I have all the requisite materials, so this won't take long. Ooh. Finally here. At the... Ooh. Your commission is ready. Catching a wild alpaca is never a simple affair, but you'll have an easier time with it with one of my saddles. Now, if you don't mind, I have other work that needs finishing. Ah, I can taste that smooth mezcal already. Yeah, I bet you can. We did it! The saddle is ours! And to think we started out with only 100-pound basket of alpaca wool! Mablu, you are going to be an incredible merchant. Thank you! It makes me so glad to hear you say that, Third Promise. We got what we came for, so let's return to the ranch. The others will be waiting. Nice. Okay. Let's go! Yeah! No, I didn't want... Oh, you know what? I'll sprint there, sure. We'll zoom our way there instead of riding a mount because I accidentally hit a button. I didn't mean to. You've acquired the saddle then? Yes, and thanks to no small part to Mablu. Before you rush off to catch an alpaca, though, let me teach you how to saddle one. I'll bring out one of our wild-born friends so you can practice. I know. This is something I need to learn. And to face your fear of alpacas and their stinky spit. Ooh. Great sunken gods, I did it! Oh my gosh, this saddle is actually adorable. I love it. He hardly seemed bothered, much less inclined to spit, as if he was completely accepting of Wukalamat's touch. There should be game sound. Yeah, there is game sound. What if there was no game sound this entire time? I got so scared for a second. But there is game sound. That is because of the singular scent with which the saddle has been coated. Alpacas find it very soothing. Why must you scare me like that? You know, I've never taken a good long look at one of you before, but you're actually kind of cute. That's what I'm saying. Do you see the vision now? You're only now noticing that? Zeralja, he's back. Why is it shiny? Having done exactly what he set out to do. That alpaca he brought, is it just me or is it glowing? I've heard tales of such a beast. They say the golden alpaca lives a solitary existence deep in the valley, where it shuns the company of both man and its own kind. How did he manage to snare a prize like that? A beast knows its betters. Faced with overwhelming strength, it will yield rather than risk death. An apt illustration of how greatly the power of the first promise exceeds yours, Wicklamat. There's no reason to antagonize here. Why are you doing that? Rude. Strength alone won't win him our father's throne. I'll be the one to find the Golden City, and then Terral can remain at peace. An everlasting peace can only be forged in the fires of war. I read that faster than my brain could process. Ooh. Okay. To unite as one, the people must be taught. They must suffer the horror and the hopelessness firsthand. Exhaustion from prolonged conflict, the wages of war, merciless nature. These are what moved the clans to join in the founding of Tuliolol in those years ago. Blah, 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 blah. Tongue would you work? Blah. Consider the younger generation of this village. Since the birth have they basked in unbroken harmony, and behold, they regard war not as tragedy but as opportunity. I added as. Yep. Thus does the resilient son seek to provide education. He offers much needed lessons in the realities of conquest and a renewed appreciation for peacetime. Hold on, hold the phone, hold the phone. What do you mean? Do neither of you understand how fucked up that plan is? You are planning to drive an entire nation into war because its younger generation takes the peace that you have for granted? Because you think that they need to be taught a lesson in how devastating war it actually is? That's extremely fucked. Do you know how many people's lives are going to be lost because you think that a younger generation needs to be taught that war is hard? This is stupendous. It is stupid. It's stupendous. It's stupid. Yeah, whatever. This is literally the worst idea. All because you're like, the younger generation doesn't understand. Taking them to war isn't going to help them understand jack shit. fear is not a way to fucking rule, period. And the instant that war is actually caused, people are going to fear, especially once they realize that they're not going to be safe. Go fuck yourself. What? What is this line of reasoning? Oh my god. Okay, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. "'Tis true that war's misery breeds a longing for peace. But I have seen with my own eyes what becomes of an empire forged through the violence you propose, the rebellions it spawned, the ruins it left behind." Garlemald. Yeah, It's almost like you spent probably several months in that environment. If not, maybe close to a year. Like... The Garlean Empire was a congregation of simpletons. What? Wait, what? 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 Was a congregation of simpletons, says the fucking person who most likely didn't hear about them from a credible source, probably heard more about them from trade coming into Tuliolol in the first place, not realizing that the Garleans were really close to winning their wars because they had advanced tech and actually had advanced plans, and what actually led them to ruin was because literally they they just mistook how much power one side had. And that war was literally what we covered up until the middle of Endwalker! Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. This line of reasoning is giving me a headache. The oppressed fought back against their oppressors, as well they should. Men are not beasts. Only a fool would seek to rule over all with the threat of force alone. This is why Gulul Jaja did not alleviate the Mamul Jah, why he treated all clans with equal respect. However, the first promise has his gaze fixed upon more distant horizons. He would unite not only Tuliolal, but the star in its entirety. You'd be squashed like a bug. What are you going on up? I think somebody needs to do a little, traveling before stepping onto that throne. Because do you not know the state of the world? Like, at all? Okay, whatever. What? Why? I need not explain myself to you. That's a cop-out answer. Oh. Ooh, well done indeed. The first promise has completed the fate of gold, with an appropriately golden flourish. They present you with your much-deserved keystone. He's way too ambitious. He always been like that, never sharing his innermost thoughts with me or with Kona. Or is it Kona? I don't remember at this point. It's like we're not even family. Way too ambitious. Also not realizing that, you know, that causes problems. I'll ponder Zralja and his mysteries later. Right now, I need to think about finishing the feat of gold. I have my saddle. I've practiced how to use it, so lead on to where the wild alpacas roam. The valley of Oran that is, hold on. The valley of Ornkanka is northwest of here. Come on, everyone. Even if we can't enter ourselves, we can see Woklamat off on her hunt. I'm wondering, because I know I took a break earlier, but that was like I need to take this break real quick. So I'm wondering if I should take a break now, like at my usual time, or if I should wait at least another 30 minutes. I might wait another 30 minutes. But I do need more water. I'm basically out. Did not mean to do that. Whoops. Hold on. I'm also debating on maybe ending a little early today, because I forgot how much strain this can have on my voice. So I'll give it another like 20 minutes at the very least. I can do this. I know I can. Okay. Oh, that's gonna enter me into a cutscene. Okay. Didn't expect that.
Good luck there, Promise!
Thanks. I'll need it.
Nice, nice, nice.
Truth be told, still not sure about alpacas. I'd rather not go near one if I can help it. But if I'm to rule this nation, then I'll need to learn how to live with them. Tural is their home too. Right. I'm off.
Ooh.
So, shall we head back to the ranch, or...?
I'm staying here.
As will I. Woklamat is alone in this. The least we can do is stand watch and await her return.
That's very fair, yes.
It may be a while yet. Help me pitch the tent.
Ooh. We should have a picnic. That way she has food when she comes out, too.
Trust a gleaner to come prepared for anything.
What's a gleaner?
Someone whose job it is to travel the world and procure uncommon things for their employers. Erenville specializes in finding animals, I believe.
Oh, really? That's fun.
But aren't you a Shaitana from Shaktural? Why did you cross the salt?
When I was much younger, the thought of leaving Tural never even occurred to me. But then, some years ago, my mentor tasked me with a difficult hunt. Something I could never find, she said, so long as I clung to the familiar. She suggested that I leave home, leave Tural, and join the Gleaners of Sharlian. As one of their number, I could experience the world, immerse myself in myriad cultures and customs, see the many faces of nature. And once I had learned what is truly important, I would find that which I seek.
What did she send you to see?
My younger self took those words to heart. And off I went to become a gleaner.
Ooh.
Her words alone moved you to leave behind everything you'd ever known? You must have great respect for your mentor.
As it happens, gleaner work was much to my liking. And I all but forgot why I had pursued it in the first place. Yet, events conspired to put me back on the trail I'd abandoned.
Wait, are you saying you were tasked with finding the City of Gold?
I was. And though my hunt is now entangled with the right of succession, I mean to see it through.
Well then, I understand completely. We all have our reasons for seeking the Golden City. Which is all the more reason for us to work together.
Just so.
Okay. Lore tidbit there. That's fun. We get to learn more about Erenville.
She should have been back by now. What if something's happened to her? We need to tell Tobli and arrange a search party.
Wait,
Or
do you hear that?
she's on her way as of right now. Oh! Nice.
I did it.
Oh. What the heck happened down there?
You're utterly spent, and small wonder.
Well done, Third Promise.
The ranch isn't going anywhere. Take a rest in the tent.
Nice, nice. Let her rest, yes.
I think I will. Thank you all for believing in me.
I'm so relieved the third promise came back to us safely. And the alpaca she tamed is a healthy-looking beast. Surely this will be enough to satisfy the feat of gold. Oh, ooh. I might go with that. Ooh, is this the last quest in this, section of this quest line? Ooh. Oh, shit. I'll run to the ranch and get a pot brewing. That way you can take your time and the tea will be ready when you arrive. As Mablu so wisely suggested, we shall set a slower pace for our exhausted third promise. Okay. Not that it matters, because they all leave me behind! As usual. This way. These paths are confusing me a little bit. There's a coffee place here. One day, I shall visit for coffee. Came back ahead of the others, did you? I should hurry along with the tea, then. Wilclamette can't be that far behind. I don't think she is. Nice. Oh, shoot. That's not voiced. I see you've become more comfortable around our fuzzy friends. Watching this one taught me a lot about alpacas. What grasses and fruits they eat, what sounds they react to, their adorable little quirks. I guess I've grown kind of fond of them. Welcome back, third promise. Accomplished the feat of gold, have you? Yes. There's no mistaking a valley alpaca. I commend you on your success. Well done. Yes, we did it! Although I couldn't find a shiny one like Zralja did. I'd be surprised if you had. Golden alpacas are born but once every few decades. They are elusive, solitary creatures that are rarely seen, much less captured, thanks to their innate physical and magical gifts. Only a single other person is known to have caught one before, that being Gulul Jaja himself. Papa was chasing alpacas too? So my grandfather's stories say. It was before the founding of Tuliolol, at a time when the mountain giants of Yokyu held our people in thrall. Compelled by their overlords, our forebears would ride their alpaca mounts to the highlands to deliver gifts of food and other tributes. Those were wretched days, to hear grandfather tell. when along came the young Galul Jaja, yet unburdened by the mantle of Dawn Servant. Our people were amazed by this imposing two-headed figure, equal to the Yokyu in stature, and puzzled by his entourage of mismatched companions. Some tremble in fear, believing a new conqueror had come. Yet Galul Jaja showed no such inclinations. He sat and spoke with us, sipping from the cups of mate. Is it mate? Oh my gosh, isn't mate tea? That's how my brain just... What? Brain words! You know what, whatever. We offered him, and grew somber when he learned of our plight. None could have anticipated what their visitor decided to do next. Galul Jaja ascended the cliffs to face the giants and freed the Pelu Pelu from the Yokyu's subjugation. He then turned an appraising eye upon our riders and proposed we take to the road to peddle our beverages. The suggestion seemed obvious for one who traveled as he did, intent on fostering amity between the clans. So it was that a few words from Galul Jaja transformed us into a clan of itinerant merchants. I've never heard of the bond Papa forged with the Pelu Pelu spoken of in that way before. The saga is not so detailed. Then you may not know that Galul Jaja sought a sure-footed guide for his trek up into the highlands. Thus did he capture a golden alpaca. So both my brother and my father caught the rarest of creatures, while an ordinary one was the best I could manage. The feats require no more than that, Third promise, and you brought back a perfectly wonderful beast. Mablu's right. You're a perfectly wonderful beast. If anyone's ordinary, it's me. Not only did you accomplish the feat of gold, you also made many trades and brought joy to many people in true Pelupulu fashion. I sorely doubt your sibling could have achieved the same result. You should be proud of the accomplishments which earned you your keystone. Take it, take it, take it, yeah! Okay. So this is what they look like. Go on, set it in the tablet. Oh, it's enchanted. A perfect fit. That leaves 6 more. You're well on your way, Third Promise. We'd have been lost without you, Mablu. Thanks to you, I've learned so much about the Pelu people and your custom. It might seem obvious, but I've come to realize the importance of properly knowing something. It was because I didn't understand alpacas that I was uncomfortable around them. I'm thankful to you as well, Wicklamat. You've given me the courage to say what I wasn't sure I could say ever. Tobly, I want to leave the ranch and become a merchant. I appreciate everything you've done for me, and I've loved every moment caring for the alpacas. But this is something I need to do. I need to walk my own path and make my own trades. As your parent, allow me to say one thing. I've always tried to give my wards lives filled with as much happiness as I could provide, yet never once have I wanted that to be the only happiness you knew. You have my blessing to walk any path you choose, Mablu. It gladdens me to hear you found a calling you wish to pursue with such passion. You'll make an exceptional peddler, I'm sure of it. Thank you, Tobly. What did I tell you, Mablu? There's one last thing I can help you with, third promise. You need to find the Golden City, right? That's the end goal. Then I suggest you talk to the Yokyu. They once ruled over far more than just Arcopacha and the Pelu Pelu. 1,000 years ago, they were the overlords of Yoktural and all its peoples. During that era, the Pelu Pelu were commanded to search for the City of Gold. They scoured every corner of the continent, but never found any trace of that fabled place. But if they didn't find anything, what could the Yokyu have to tell us? They may not have found it, but the fact that they thought of looking for it, or they thought to look for it, all makes me curious. Perhaps there's value in delving into how the legend originated. We lose nothing from asking the question. Besides, if we're determined to follow the path of the saga, we'll be visiting the giants eventually. Ooh! On that big mountain that I actually really adore. Oh, Kryl! I have a question I've been meaning to ask, and since we finished the feat, where did you acquire that earring? My earring? Do you recognize it? Yes! Pieces just like it first became fashionable in Yoktural around 20 years ago. Since then, it's become common to wear one as a charm for safe travel. 20 years ago? Right about the time my grandfather made his journey. Yet the Dawn Servant implied the earring was connected to the Golden City in some way. Surely there was more to its significance than simple fashion. If you want to know how it came to be crafted, I could try to find out, seeing as it's a regular seller for many merchants. I'm curious to learn about it myself. I would appreciate that very much, thank you. Jumping feet first into the peddler business, eh, Mablu? Right then, let's head back to Tuliolol and get ready for the search for search for the next elector. Oh shoot, it's storming. Farewell for now. And thanks for all your help. I will become Dawn's servant, so make sure you set aside your best mezcal for the occasion. She has a fearsome opponent in that brother of hers. He even brought a golden alpaca to heal. But you've heard Zeralja's supporters talk. They might see opportunity in his expansionist ambitions, but they find the man himself intimidating, terrifying even. Whereas I've grown to love Wuklamat. Everyone she meets will come to love her too, and that's why she'll win the throne. You might be right, Mablu. You might be right. I'm watching a 40-minute video of a biking race going down from a mountain. Am I insane? No? Also, yeah, I think I might just end there today. I know it's a little short, but actually... yeah, I cannot read anymore right now. And it's storming, so it's actually best if I don't try to continue right now. Just in case something happens. So, let's go ahead and... hello? I want to thank all of you for coming to the story time today. Again, I understand it's a little short, but it's storming, and it's thunder, lightning type of storming, so it is best for me to end for now, as well as to kind of give my voice a little bit of a break. It's been a week, so jumping back into this makes it a little hoarse, so I would like to rest a little bit. Well then, before you go, did you notice any change after going to YouTube? Or too early yet? I would say too early, because I'm guessing the change you're implying is your name. Or something along the lines. But I can't see that change right now. So, I will probably see it after this. Anyway, so I'm gonna exit game. we're gonna exit that. Hopefully, moving forward, we can do a little bit more or a little bit longer time or story times. But today, I just need to rest my voice. 14 has a lot of dialogue that is not voiced, and I can't take it anymore right now. Especially after a week of not doing any of it. So I do believe though that is everything. So asking some time then. Anyway, enjoy the thunderstorm. Thank you. I will. Before I go, if you would like to go to and join the Discord, I would really appreciate it. Best place to keep updated with things such as my schedule. If anything happens, then I have to cancel events, yada yada yada. Best place to keep up with it. But if that is not your sort of thing, I do have other socials as well. I mainly post to Blue Sky, and I ramble about things over there, and also post updates, like my schedule. And sometimes, if something happens... oh my gosh, the Discord thing just popped up twice. How dare you? Other than that, I wish you all a wonderful rest of your night, my crows, and may the stars shine brightly in your favor. I will see you all when the next story starts. That will be tomorrow. I'll be playing Final Fantasy IV. Good night.